Usually I'll have something light after school, and sometimes after dinner, like late night, I'll get hungry and find something to snack on.
Cookies, fruit snacks, popsicles, anything that's not good for me.
Chips, soda, popcorn, you name it. If it was there, I'd eat it.
Just a lot of processed foods, you know?
A snack here and a snack there may not sound like much, but it adds up. Teens are eating 200 calories more per day than they did a decade ago. That adds up to an extra 20 pounds a year. Do the math, and it's not hard to see why the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that since 1980, the percentage of overweight teens has more than tripled. And for every teen in the United States who's already overweight, there's another one on the way to becoming overweight.
Down the road, these types of kids who may be gaining weight from this extraneous snacking may be at risk for increased cholesterol, increased risk for heart disease, for diabetes, all types of medical problems.
Experts blame a variety of factors for the growing obesity epidemic. It's much more than just snacking. When people eat out, and Americans tend to eat out a lot, they eat more than they do at home.
You can go out to eat and easily consume a quart of cola or Diet Cola at a time, half a pound burger, 2 cups of French fries, and that's considered a normal amount, when really that would be an amount that would be the calories and fat for more than one day.
At the same time, teenagers are getting much less physical activity than they once did, so there's less chance of burning off those extra calories.
So we just used to come home, no one would really watch us, and we just start going to the freezer and start eating and watching TV. And
I'll turn TV on and get some pretzels from the kitchen and lay on the couch or something.
Living a sedentary lifestyle and eating huge portions are bad enough, but advertising also plays a significant role in the obesity epidemic.
We are enticed to eat wrong. We are enticed to eat toxic junk waste. We are enticed to eat things that aren't good for us. They are commercially available, they are cheap, they are everywhere, they are on television.
How do you think that advertising influences your food choices? It starts when you're young. From cradle to cap and gown, kids are surrounded by advertising.
It can feel like you're getting bombarded, and there's always a different advertisement going on around you.
400 to 600 advertisements, not necessarily television, but advertisement messages per day. Teenagers watch, by the time they graduate high school, 22,000 hours of TV and exposed to over 250,000 messages, advertising messages.
The food industry spends billions of dollars a year on advertising, and much of it is aimed directly at young people. Why? Because it works.
If they advertise it on TV, you know, you're more likely, oh, this is what's out there, so I want to go get this.
They see it right there, and then they're like, oh man, I need it.
People are so used to seeing advertising almost everywhere. They may not even be aware of the ads or the influence the ads are having.
We go down the street, we'll see 15 billboards and won't think that had influence on us.
But it does. When there's a need or a want to fill, people go for the products in the ads that appealed to them. Hungry? Eat a candy bar. Thirsty? Forget about water. Grab a soda. Watching a game with friends? Have chips and dip. And the results, if you're not careful, will show up on the scale.
The impact is astonishing because it is daily.
Food manufacturers put a lot of time and effort into their ad campaigns, trying to figure out the best way to get you to buy something.
They are well written, they're exciting, they're funny, there's a heck of a lot more interesting than listening to me talk.
And they contain a number of familiar themes to get you interested. The ads use humor, give me that! Catchy slogans and logos, celebrity endorsements, and attractive models and actors. Using thin people to sell food is a tradition as old as advertising. The idea is to associate good-looking people with the product.
Like everything you see on the news, you see always the skinny people and all the models, and you always look in magazines. You always see it.
If they showed what happens to people who eat hamburgers all day long, then I think that would have an impact on how we eat and what we eat.
But reality wouldn't sell hamburgers.
The media images, of course, by nature present people who are extremely flawless. They fit the ideal pattern.
They make everyone look all happy and just like they're carefree with it, and just like make sure like everyone has it, and if you don't have it, then you're gonna be left out.
And who doesn't want to believe that drinking the right soda or eating the right burger will bring beauty, popularity, and success?
It's really important for them to understand that it is a business, that marketing is involved.
And many teenagers may not understand that many ads are meant to make them feel like there's something missing in their lives.
It doesn't sell to make a person happy. You know, you want to create dissatisfaction or you can't sell products.
Many kids are already self-conscious and concerned about fitting in. These ads, showing attractive teens having lots of fun, play to those self-doubts.
Powerful marketing really preys upon those vulnerabilities and suggests to people that their lives will really be all better if they do that.
It makes me angry that the people who come up with these ads don't think about that they create these people and these images for the rest of the world, and it's just so damaging to everyone around me.
Food is about calories, nutrients, and taste. There isn't a food on earth that will make you beautiful, witty, clever, sexy, happy, or smart. Food ads are about fantasy.
They're selling images and they're selling messages about how you should act and how you should look and how you should be.
But even knowing the tricks of the advertising trade, knowing that ads for fast food and high-calorie snacks contribute to teenage overeating and obesity, still may not be enough to help when temptation strikes.
I think I know what I should eat. I just don't have the willpower all the time.
I eat a lot of junk food. I know I do. My friends are like, do you know how much fat's in that? I'm like, I don't really care.
Most teenagers, especially American teenagers, they don't have a very good idea of like what's healthy or not, and if they do, they don't really care.
And I think that's the problem, is that a lot of people don't care because it's not really affecting them at this point in time, but it will later.
Over the past 25 years, the eating habits of American teens have been nutritionally declining.
Pepperoni pizza.
Fast and tastes good. I love eating out. It's good.
I don't really care if it's healthy or not.
But with almost a third of all teenagers overweight or in danger of becoming overweight, there's no doubt some will pay the price for not caring more about their diets.
The younger you are and the more obese you are, the more years of life you lose at the end. And it is anywhere from 3 to 20 years on a person who is 20 years of age and overweight.
And we're going to compare them by calories, fat content, carbohydrates and sugar, and protein.
But there's still time to make changes. These teens are in a high school health class. They're learning how to discover the facts about the food they see advertised.
Fat content 14. 1 gram of fat, dude. This is fat-free milk. There's no fat.
Do we have a menu here?
In math class, they're counting calories. In science class, they're learning how the nutrients in food affect the body. And in the cafeteria, there's a healthcare tax today on all junk food.
No, Nora, show me the difference between saturated fat and the total fat.
Once you learn more about nutritional content, it's easier to evaluate foods and have a better understanding of what you're putting in your body.
This one has more vitamin C and less calories.
You find out how much sugar there is in a 12-ounce can of soda, or see up close how much fat is in a fast food hamburger. Classes like these do more than teach nutrition facts. They also make it easier for you to understand why your food choices really do make a difference.
I think a lot of it has to do with empowering them
to feel like they're responsible for taking care of their bodies and also for creating an environment that helps their peers take care of their bodies.
We need to teach children about overweight. We need to teach them what is going wrong in terms of nutrition and what is going wrong in terms of psychology.
Some schools are also trying to make it easier for students to make healthier choices. Water and juices are replacing soda in vending machines. Cafeteria menus are being overhauled. You wouldn't normally think of tofu and veggies as school lunch foods, but they're becoming an alternative to the burgers, fries, and pizzas usually offered.
Eliminate the fat and bring the flavor.
This chef says that if it tastes good, teens will eat it. And these teens are more than happy to chow down a healthy school meal.
I think it's awesome, yeah. It probably does taste better from regular cafeteria food.
A lot more people are starting to pay attention to the obesity crisis, including some food companies and restaurants. They're beginning to offer healthier food choices and promote them through their advertising. But it will always be the consumer's job to sort out the truth from the marketing claims and the subtle manipulation.
And then they'll see the product next to their face and they go, hey, if I get that and I use that, then I'll look just like them and I'll be popular. But they don't realize that they're just falling for, that marketing trap.
But if you can learn the facts about nutrition and what's really in the food that's advertised so often, and make an effort to eat better, you don't have to fall victim to the promises and claims made by advertisers and marketers. In the meantime, buyer beware.
Companies are out to sell products, and that's their underlying reason for doing anything.
List some tips for reducing the influence of advertising on your food choices.